there might be a bathroom?
I don't. Sorry. Let me say, hey. Let me say, hey, can you hear a lot of wind? It's windy out here. What up, Mike Taylor? Yeah, we're at the Capitol West.
We're going with you. Let's get all this on TV.
What up, guys? Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. We're out here at the Trump rally. This was announced online. It looks like Facebook took it off, but it is under Stop the Steal. This is what they're rallying for. There's some
Get communism.
other media outlets here.
And the right.
It was originally set to start at noon. New line flag right there.
Calling the election is a hit fake on the country. They're just trying to freak you out. Do not let them psych you out and make you depressed. This is long from over. We have a long way to go. And there's a big way to go. It's gonna be the press is not the voice. They think they have a whole lot more power than they have. And we've seen through them now. They've been exposed. It's like cockroaches. It's like turning on.
What up, CC? Sorry, I just put my phone on silence.
We want audit. 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 We want audit.
Trump.
Step up and say something. I know y'all got stuff on your heart. Come on, say it. I can't do this all day. I'm wearing my voice. Come on. Everybody, let's pray. Let's all pray together.
We have a prayer and we will have an opening ceremony. So don't worry, we're just waiting on the
What up? Just the guy having
We
fun.
will be having a prayer, we will be having a pledge. So we're just waiting on a few people.
Noah, what up? Noah's in the house. You guys can see the wind is howling today.
Stop the steal! 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 Stop the steal!
I have to put my arms down every once in a while.
Smash that like button, guys.
Stop the steal! 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 Stop the steal!
Captain Oblivious. That's funny. Hey, smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button for me. Pops Gone Wild. What up, brother? Right now they're chanting 4 more years.
Okay, so nice to meet you. Thank you for saying hi.
Sorry, my bag gets in the way.
I don't know, can you use my camera?
Absolutely, absolutely.
The media that's here. The media that's here, please can I have your attention? Please, the media that's here. I would love to challenge you. I'm making you a public challenge. I want to see an article in tomorrow's paper about Hunter Biden's laptop. Full article on Hunter Biden's laptop with all the proof that's already been out there. How about that news? It is compromised. We need to see an article about Hunter Biden.
Don't let your voices be silent.
Biden's a pedophile!
Has been silent. The mass media has been silent on Hunter Biden. We need to expose the truth. Do your job. You want to be called a journalist? You want to be called a news person that actually tells the news.
Do your job! 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 Do your
Their job, they can lie and do their job. They wanted to tell the
What's up,
truth.
Bell for Freedom in here? What's up, Bell? Hell yeah.
Hey guys, they're gonna say how we're looting and stealing and causing all kinds of stuff. We're super spreaders, guys.
There goes the, here comes a helicopter.
Don't give up! 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 Don't give up!
Don't feel our mouth. We see you. We see you.
There's no way they don't even know. Well, they think we're sleeping. They think we're sleeping. We haven't been sleeping since COVID happened. And they want to think that we're sleeping. Not happening.
We see through the bullshit!
We started it here.
We're not gonna let him take our vote. Trump won this election the single damn night we decided to stop counting the votes.
All right, guys, my name's Dr. Cody Williams, hashtag Megaphone Marine, hashtag 1776 Forever Free. And I want to start off by saying, guys, everybody take a deep breath. I know this is an emotional time, but what I want you to understand that a lot of people don't know or a lot of people didn't see is Senator Matt Gaetz came on live TV last night and he said, I believe it was Fake News Fox, and what he said was, he said, what I want Americans to understand is this election is not finished until the Electoral College votes are certified by the Senate. Until they're certified by the Senate. And the other thing that your beautiful, amazing Matt Gaetz, Studley senator said, is he said, if this isn't done the right way, and it doesn't look like it's done the right way, and it looks nefarious, and these aren't properly tabulated, and there's any impropriety, I will be the one senator to say no, and that will be enough to pull this election back. And that's what I want you guys to know. It's so important. So take a deep breath and understand that patriots like us, we're rising up, we're leaning in, and we're saying, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that. And it's people gathering like this every single day. People getting on board with organizations like mine, 1776 Forever Free, and you're getting out there. You can't give up. We got to be out there every day. We're going to Michigan. We're going to Wisconsin. So get on a plane. You got to get out there, and you got to lean in, because it's not over. It won't be over, and we're not going to tolerate the level of censorship and the level of cheating that is going on in our country, because this is about our kids, guys. It's about our kids. I'm a 40-year-old man, I'm a doctor, I'm a former Marine, and what I can tell you is I'm not going to allow my kids to grow up in communism. And you shouldn't allow yours to either. Don't allow yours to either. So it's so important. You got to lean in. You got to lean in, and hold on 1 second. You got to lean in. I got something important to say. You got to lean in, and you got to make sure that we stay the course, because the souls that are 6 feet under at Arlington and the Vietnam Memorial, we got to stand for them, because they stood for us. I love you guys. God bless you. Simplify.
All right, everybody. We have a flag right here. Kathleen MAGA is going to hold the flag for us while we say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Take your hats off!
Take your hats off, put your hands on your heart, and let's give our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We didn't pledge to a democracy. We pledge allegiance to a republic. And that's what we are.
All right, now, is there anyone here that feels so empowered and feels compelled to say our prayer? Anybody?
Right here.
Okay. Would you like to say our prayer?
That's all, gentlemen.
Thank you, divine, omniscient creator God, for hearing our prayers on this day. Thank you for filling each and every one of our hearts with your omnipresent white light of love and protection. Thank you for surrounding and filling our entire nation, our republic, with your divine, omnipresent white light of love and protection, of peace, of harmony, and of healing. We thank you, divine creator God, for helping us to save the seventh generation, helping us to save our nation, helping us to save our republic. We thank you, divine creator God, for hearing our prayers. We thank you for emboldening us with your might. We thank you for your armor of God that you have given each and every one of us. We thank you so much for reinforcing that armor with all sorts of love and peace and community like what we see here around us. We thank you for allowing us to know that we are not alone, not just here in America, but all over the world, that this 1776 movement is the antithesis of the 1984 movement, and that we are taking our country back. And we thank you for allowing your grace, for allowing your peace to fill our nation and to unite us all as Americans.
Thank you, Jesus.
We thank you, divine creator God, for showing us the way. We thank you for showing us the truth. We thank you for bringing the truth to light. And we thank you for watching over Donald Trump. We thank you for watching over all of our angels in uniform, both at home and abroad, our police officers, our firefighters, and our military members. We thank you for reinforcing their hearts with your strength. We thank you for opening their eyes to the truth. And we thank you for allowing us to be here and experience this beautiful heavenly day in a way that cannot be taken by the Mockingbird media, in a way that cannot be stolen like they're trying to do this election, in a way that is irrefutable. In your holiest name, divine creator God, we say amen.
Thank you. While we're waiting for the speakers to arrive, is there anyone here?
I'll say something.
All right. I want only the people whose votes have not been counted, or people who have been a poll watcher
who saw things that were illegal.
Count by vote. Count by vote.
You first.
So, I voted in person. I put it on TikTok. I got it on video. My vote still hasn't been counted. And I don't know about you, but I want my vote counted. Count my vote. Count my vote.
Count my vote! Count my vote!
And I just have to say that we will not go down without a fight.
Thank you very much.
We're not going down at all. United we stand and we will not fall.
We claim it! Yes, we claim victory!
Everybody go to BeBallotReady.vote and check your vote. I checked mine Wednesday. It said accepted. I checked today. I'm not registered to vote. Check it. BeBallotReady.vote. I have it here. I am not registered to vote.
BeBallotReady.vote. BeBallotReady.vote. Please check your ballots and make sure your voice was heard and your vote was counted.
Hey, we've seen that in Pennsylvania that dead people are voting. We've seen that all across the country, dead people are voting. So if you guys get a chance, if any of your loved ones has passed away in the last year or so, go on the website that you can verify and see if they've been registered and see if they've had a ballot cast in their name. You need to check because I've checked today. I went to an obituary website in Michigan online, and I found somebody that recently died in October, and they had their ballots registered, and they were registered to vote. So get your loved ones, anyone who's passed away recently, and check their ballot and see if that they were registered to vote. Stop the steal.
We have somebody from the Elections Committee who's going to give a little speaking to you.
Thank you very much. I had a statement, but I don't have a statement I want to read. I have questions. Since when in America has a lying media had the ability to call an election? Since when in our country for 4 years we put up with the lies from the left about our president, about collusion with Russia, about all of the slander and smut that they threw at him, not one piece stuck. We saw a coup being attempted in America. Freedom being taken away, and it was being taken away by people that don't like America, and they are entrenched in what is called the deep state. Thank you. The deep state. My name is John Pillmore. I am state representative from LD 16. I am on the elections committee. I want everybody to know that there is a lot of concerns, and don't give up hope. The media can call the election, but that's not what it is. I want everyone to know that in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin, they had machinery that actually changed votes from Republican to Democrat. And this same equipment was used in over 47 of the 83 districts in that state. And when they caught it and corrected it, they called it a glitch. There's no such thing as a glitch for a person that has cast their vote. When in Pennsylvania, a lenient court allowed them to extend the mail-in dates on ballots because they said that was equitable relief. There is no equitable relief for a dead Marine that gave his life for the vote in America, for a dead Navy SEAL, for a dead Army man or woman or anybody. Keep the faith. Let President Trump lead the fight, and let's win it in the court. If not, then we will not. My children or grandchildren will never grow up under socialism.
Thank you very much for your comments. We have somebody here from the Woods campaign who, the Woods campaign against Grinnell.
Hi, how you guys doing? Hey, who wanted to get rid of Raul Grijalva? I thought it was pretty interesting, guys, that a lot of the fraud out there in this country is actually happening in this district, in our state, in our county, Maricopa, Pima, and a lot of it did trace back to, you know, the District 3 that we were trying to run against. And there's some things that need to be looked at, guys. I know they're debunking the Sharpie Gate thing. They are. My name is Douglas Harding. Douglas Harding. I want you guys to go on my Facebook page. I want you guys to just take a look at what I've been writing since before the election, okay? I want you to take a look at the Facebook page, and I want you to take a look at the poll workers. I want you to take a look at the people that we've interviewed, and I want you to take a look at what came up and said to us. We're talking about people that work for the recorder's office. There's still thousands of people who haven't found their votes, but they are trying to suppress this Sharpie Gate thing. I've been telling people it's gonna happen for months. Our citizens are coming to us. We have credible things, and they're saying that it doesn't affect the ballots. That is false. If they did bleed through, our Secretary of Cheat, Katie Hobbs, actually said if there was a problem with them, they would be refilled out and monitored by 2 people. Does anybody here feel safe with that process at all? Does anybody think that these swing states should go ahead and have a re-election? We are one of the states, guys, that is going to have to fight to take back our country. They may try to take America from us, but they are not taking Arizona. Keep fighting like the USA! 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 Arizona! 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 Your voice matters. Your voice matters. Your vote matters. Your vote matters. Your voice matters. Let's keep it up. Your voice matters. Your vote matters. 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 Every single one of you is valuable. Every single one of you has a story, and every single one of you voted, took the time out of your day, took the time out of your life to make sure you got your ballot in on time, within the designated amount of days before the election, and followed the law. Yes. We didn't ask for extensions. We didn't act like we needed extra help. We voted. All we want is a fair election. Yes. All we want is a fair election with our voices and our votes counted fairly, and to stop not listening and following the Constitution of the United States. Our forefathers wrote it out pretty clearly of exactly what they expected in our elections. So why are we trying to change it now? We are not. The other side's trying to change it. We have a special guest right now. We have Ben, how do you say your name? Burkwa, and he came in from California for this event.
I'm going to use both of them. We're live on social media right now. Real America's Voice News, guys. We started this a couple years ago. I started Frontline America. I was in California. I was sick of the lies of the left. And I was sick of the lies of the fake news media telling us, continuing to tell us the narrative that the left wanted us to hear. Everything that we're going through right now has been a culmination of the last 50 plus years in this country by radical Marxists that have been trying to destroy this country. There is a battle. We are in a battle. And the reason that we exist, we are the fake news media. We are the antidote to the lies. Now, I'm not really interested in getting a vaccine, although I know for the pandemic, we are the vaccine to the fake news and to the lies of the left. live so that America gets to see this. If this stands, what we see going on right now, this will be the largest fraud perpetrated against the American people in our history. This was by design. It was by design from the beginning, guys. We've seen a coup against our president for 4+ years. From the beginning, the Russia collusion hoax, the Stormy Daniels, Quid Pro Joe, everything that we've seen. Now, obviously, the pandemic is real. People are suffering. We get that. But what they've done, the lockdowns that they've used, the cure has been worse than the disease. They are destroying our economy. They're destroying our businesses. They're destroying our communities. The amount of suicides and domestic violence that we see, the numbers are staggering. The murders that we see and the starvation that we're seeing. Even the CDC and the World Health Organization say we're going to see millions of deaths around the world because of the lockdowns. But I believe the primary reason that we still see Democrat-run states in lockdown, and I'm from the communist state of California, where they're battling, where they're exposing Gavin Newsom and trying to recall Gavin Newsom. But the reason that they stayed in lockdown was for this right here. Because they knew if they sent out 100% vote by mail, they could not control it. They could not verify it. They know the fraud exists. That's why they do vote harvesting. That's why they have people going. They literally have people going into people's houses, picking up ballots and telling them how to vote. And in some cases, we have been told, voting for them. Guys, you see this all across the country. And then what's insane to me is that you have mainstream so-called media coming out and saying voter fraud doesn't exist. I'm telling you right here and now, it exists, and it's clear, it's human nature. When you have the Postal Service union that is run, that's a Democrat union in support of Joe Biden, you're going to tell me that there is not going to be any fraud within that organization to try to help the candidate that they have openly supported. I don't buy it. We have Postal Service employees coming out saying that they were told to throw away Project Veritas. Shout out to Project Veritas. Told to throw away votes, to burn votes, to destroy Trump votes. Just what we saw in Michigan, 6,000 votes. Clerically, a glitch in the system, 6,000 votes. Guys, it is clear. What I want to tell you is if we allow this to happen, it's the death of the Republic. It is up to you. Now, I'm here on behalf of the media, but this is me speaking. If we don't stand up now, this country is gone, and it is by design. It is by design, guys. It's by design. So I want to encourage you, everyone who's out here, black, white, brown, everybody. The mainstream media doesn't want to show you this. This is America, and this is our country, we the people. It is up to you to stand up to expose it. Now, what we need, though, we don't need anecdotal evidence. We need clear evidence. So if you have anything that can help the President Trump's campaign, his attorneys are here on the ground. We need evidence. They need evidence that they can use in the battles ahead. There's a lot of misinformation out there. They need it. Defendyourballots.com. Send the information. So thank you so much for letting us come out here. God bless you. We'll be around, and if you have evidence, come talk to us.
Thank you, Ben. He came all the way from California. He's a personal friend of mine. Thank you, Ben. And next we have House Representative Mark Fincham.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing that you care. Look around you and look at the space that's empty. We need to have engagement. The media has tried to convince you, oh, well, this is over. They've been running that game on you for over a year. It was over before we started. So let's talk a minute about a glitch. Have you ever noticed that every time there's a glitch, it's in the Democrats' favor? Right? Funny how that works. So if anybody knows about an algorithm, about the only glitch I can think of that would be a crash and burn would be the 732 Max. Yeah. When you have a tabulation, there are words that are being used right now by the media. Calculation is corruption. Tabulation is nothing but counting. Don't forget that. This is a war of words. It is not semantics. It's much more than that. Tabulation is simple counting. Calculation leads to manipulation because you have to calculate, well, how many more votes do we need to have from this column to that column in order to have the outcome that was predetermined that we want to have, right? So, how many of you, if you would, just raise your hands, how many of you have served in the armed forces or in law enforcement? Raise your hands. Okay. Each one of you took an oath. To do what? To defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This is an assault on our domestic tranquility. This is not for the general welfare. You cannot have an individual who is supposed to be your president who has been in bed with the Chinese Communist Party for decades. You cannot have somebody who sold his soul to Chairman Yi, who did everything he could do to offshore jobs for profit. But whose profit was it? Who paid the price? Lao Beijing. The Chinese people who are working for slave labor wages. The American people who lost their jobs because why? Managed decline of the United States. And came along who wasn't part of the swamp, who didn't need a paycheck. You know, it's interesting to me that the media never talks about the fact that when Donald J. Trump receives a check, he gives it to something greater than himself.
We love our president!
I'm pretty sure that Hunter Biden and his dad have not given a nickel to charity. They might have given to the, I don't know, Clinton Foundation, the Tides Foundation, the pedophile raise, whatever it might be. All right? So this is what we need to do, folks. First of all, we need to take a reasoned approach. Be organized. Make sure that, I heard somebody say about it earlier, be sure that you reach out to everyone you know that if they make a claim that there was a fraudulent ballot. I had a claim this morning. Somebody who is a green card holder who is never registered to vote received a Pebble ballot. And there was a phone number on it. It said, call this number if you have questions. She, of course, being a good future citizen of the United States, called the number. She said, how is it that I got a ballot and I've never been registered to vote? Oh, just tear it up and throw it away. Because they knew that she knew and the jig was up. So it's really important, if you know of somebody who has a story, no matter how crazy it might be, it might just not be crazy. We've seen stranger things in this election. So I'm going to close with this. The legislature has been criticized for not being in session. Allow me to point out, if you study the Arizona Constitution, if we are living under the rule of law, we cannot be in session without the governor calling us into session or a vote of the majority. It's not a simple majority, it's a supermajority of the House and Senate. That means that we have to have 14 Democrats join Republicans to open the House and Senate.
Go across the aisle.
They won't do it. Why? Because they want the chaos that's been created with what's going on right now. So, come the second Monday. Just a minute. I don't know where Mr. Ducey is.
Where is Ducey? Where is Ducey? Where is Ducey? Where is Ducey?
Come the second Monday. All right. Slow down. Okay, this is not what I call reason, folks. This is part of a plan. It's our plan. We're not going to yield to their plan. Come the second Monday of January, this House and this Senate go back into session. If you're not here raising your voice, this will all be for naught. Our leaders the Speaker of the House, President of the Senate, and that guy there, they have got, well, you elected them to be leaders, ma'am. They are public servants. But they're not serving in the way that we would like them to. That's why you've got to be here and have your voice heard every single day. Without it, we can't do this alone. All right? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. March Mitchell, our House Representative. Next we have the chairwoman of the Republican Party in Arizona, Kelly Ward.
Wow, thanks. It's great to be here with you. Oh my goodness, there is so much going on. There is nothing like being gathered together with American patriots who love our country. The Republican Party is working, even if you can't see. I can't say what's going on with the people that live in these buildings or work in these buildings, but I can tell you that the party proper is working for you. We've got hundreds of people that are adjudicating complaints. If you have a thought that you experienced voter fraud, please email AZEDO, Arizona Election Day Operations, AZEDO at DonaldTrump.com, or go to DefendYourBallot.com. DefendYourBallot.com. Don't you want to defend your ballot? So turn in any issues with fraud, because we are collecting them, and should a lawsuit be necessary, we will be filing it on behalf of Donald J. Trump.
It's real.
I have concerns about the Sharpies. I don't trust Katie Hobbs telling us it's just a conspiracy theory. I don't trust Adrian Fontes just saying, hey, don't worry about it. I have requested that those ballots be taken and run through a machine in public so that we can see that what comes out. Now, I can't guarantee if they're going to deliver on that, but I have asked. I also want our Board of Supervisors to demand a hand count in our precincts. If they cannot get a full hand count, they can get a hand count of some. And I want to know if there is even a tiny discrepancy between what came out of the machine and what is there plain on its face to human eyes. Okay, we've got to do it. We cannot allow this election to be stolen. When you're watching what happened in Michigan, okay, do you know how they found those votes, those 6,000 votes that were cast for President Trump but were delivered to Joe Biden? It was a suspicious county clerk in rural Michigan who found the problem. Now, we have those same machines that we use only in one county in Arizona, Maricopa County. As we speak here together, as we gather with love for our country, with love for our liberty, with demands for our freedom to be maintained, those votes are being looked at right now. There is the required hand count. We have Republicans inside the facility that are working on adjudicating those, and hopefully we will get some information about whether there are discrepancies or not. If there are no discrepancies, I don't want to leave it there. It's only looking at 5,000 votes by mail. It's only looking at 2% of the people who voted. I want more. I want more information. Don't you? Do you want more information? Katie Hobbs says that we are casting doubt on the integrity of our elections. We demand integrity in our elections. And if there are questions, people like Katie Hobbs and Adrian Fontes should be opening the doors, opening and not, they should make it more transparent. They should make it easier for us to see rather than making it more secret. There's no doubt about it. I can tell you this. I was on Good Morning Arizona this morning, and they were asking me about these kinds of questions. And basically I told them, we will not rest. I will not rest as Kelly Ward, the chairwoman of the Republican Party of Arizona, or as Kelly Ward, the America-loving, free American that I am, until we are assured that every legal vote that was cast is counted, and every vote that was illegally thrust before us is thrown out. And I will tell you, it's coming down to the skin of our teeth for President Trump. We have elected Republicans all the way down the ballot. I'm going to tell you that, and I am extremely happy for that. But it does make it very suspicious that President Trump, with the red wave that we saw here in Arizona and across the country, is struggling. So we are going to work with President Trump and his team and our team to make sure that those 11 electoral votes go to Donald J. Trump. We are going to keep Arizona great and make America great again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Our next speaker is Representative Walt Blackman. USA! 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 USA!
All right. What's going on, Church Polo? You're not fired up. It is great to see everybody out here. It is great to see real Americans that care about their country, that care about their flag, that care about their president, that care about their homes, their communities. It's also great to see my fellow veterans out here. Give them a hand. And while you're at it, won't we give the men and women in blue a hand? Abraham Lincoln once said, I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise. Americans make adjustments, not excuses. We are champions, and we are going to carry this through. We live in the greatest country in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I spent a lot of time in the military, and I spent a lot of time overseas in places like Iraq and Afghanistan. And the reason why I went there and other veterans went to those far shores was to protect our Constitution and protect our republic. When I was fighting against the Taliban, I never thought that I would have to come back here to the United States and fend off the same group of people like Black Lives Matter. Now, I've been attacked. You may not notice, but I got a little tan.
We still love you.
The Democrats don't want me to be out here talking to you. Joe Biden called black men predators. And this is the same guy who they want in the White House. The Democrats have a history of enslaving black Americans. But guess what? They are trying to enslave all of us now. So we need to come together. We need to come together. We need to act as we've done in the past as Americans. We can no longer afford to sit idly by, and let our country be stolen away from the radical left. Now, as I close, because I don't want to take up your time because everybody's fired up, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about in 100 years from now, our great-great-grandchildren are going to say one or two things to our offsprings. Thank you for doing what you did, and thank you for standing up. Amen. Or they are going to say, why didn't you fight? God bless you. God bless America. God bless our Commander-in-Chief. Let's keep America going.
This is Rob Martin, guys. He fights for us.
We need to talk about Dominion.
Okay, wait a minute. We have another speaker. We have a lot of speakers today, so let's let them have their time. We want to hear what they have to say because they are awesome. All right. So right now we have Representative Jake Hoffman, and he is a rock star. Everybody, he is a rock star.
Good morning, Arizona! All right, let's get something straight. Is Arizona Biden country? No! Is it no or is it hell no? Hell no! Arizona is Trump country! Right now, we have Adrian Fontes, who is a radical leftist who is losing his race for county recorder. He is overseeing the vote count that is happening right now. Boom! He is losing his office, yet he is the one in charge. He is the one stewarding this election. And I'll tell you what, Arizona is not going blue. This election is about President Trump, but it's also about more than President Trump. President Trump has been the most effective, the most constitutional operator in memory. And this election is about the very freedom to live how we choose to live, to worship how we choose to worship, to operate our businesses how we choose to operate them. The Democrats,
Freedom of the press!
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have released their first 100-day plan. Their first 100 days make 8 years of Barack Obama and 8 years of Bill Clinton and 4 years of Jimmy Carter look like a walk in the park. We have to make sure that every legal vote is counted. If we lose this election, we have to be engaged because they are trying to steal our country. And we cannot allow them to do that. I've got some updates for you. All right, so in Arizona, we are down to only a 20,000 deficit. That is fantastic news. And there are over 100,000 votes still to count. In Georgia, there are tons of ballots still to count, and they are primarily overseas ballots and military ballots, which will go to President Trump. In Nevada, there are 56,000 mail-in ballots and 65,000 same-day registration ballots still to count. Nevada is not out, it is still in play. In Pennsylvania, where the corrupt Democratic machine is working overtime to steal that state and their electoral votes, there are 89,000 mail-in ballots and over 105,000 provisional ballots still to count. The president is fighting. The president is in this fight, and he is standing strong, and he needs all of us to stand strong with him. There are three things that they need us to do. One, if you have the ability, they need funds in their legal defense fund. If you can, donate $1, $5, $100, whatever it is, to the campaign's legal defense fund. Two, if you have experienced voter fraud, if you have seen or witnessed voter fraud, call their fraud hotline. It is 1-800-895-4152. They need to know so that they can be on top of it. And three, arguably the most important, stay engaged. Stay in this fight. Stand at the ready. Be ready to get down here. Be ready to get to the tabulation center. We will not give up. We will not give up.
Everybody watching the election over there.
The media today tried to call this election for Biden. Do you believe it? Katie Hobbs hear you. Do you believe it? They want to tire you out. They want you to think that this is done. But this is not done. It is going to the Supreme Court, and we will win this election.
USA! 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 Tell them which network called it. Which network called it first. Tell them who's doing this to us. Tell them who's doing this to us. It's our own party. It's our GOP.
Guys, let's hear what you guys think about Fox News.
They're running a scam on us, man. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. Our own party is doing this to us.
Fox News was once our biggest asset in the media.
The GOP is in it.
Fox News is acting as our biggest liability.
Fox News sucks. 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 Fox News sucks.
Do not give up. Stay in this fight. God bless you all.
Thank you, Jake. I told you he was a rock star, Jake. I'm going to get with you later, and I'm going to get all those numbers from you and email addresses, and I'm going to post them out. So I will be posting them everywhere. So keep a look on your feeds, people. Look on your feeds, because these addresses and phone numbers I will post. So you will have all the information in front of you, because it's easy to forget when you're here. I am Karen Wood, and I am the field director for Stop the Steal.
Where is Doug Ducey?
Where is Doug Ducey? I'd like to know where he is too. Where is Doug? Where is Doug? I need a big applause for J.D. Harris! He is the beautiful man!
Let's go, baby.
It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We just heard from the media that we have a brand new president and a first lady. This is supposed to be a celebration.
Talk about the hammer.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. We got people at work on this. We need to be praying for President Trump's lawyers. We need to pray for the strategy, but it gets complicated. That plea for money is real. We need to help out the Trump defense team. This is the most important. This is the most important thing you can do. Show up. Continue the Trump trains. Continue to show your support. They're going to mock, they're going to lie, but that's all they have. everybody, over 100 million people were watching the election, and we were celebrating the red wave. It was washing across the East Coast, covering the Midwest, and then Fox calls Arizona for Biden. And right after that, we get, what, 6 states that just stopped counting the votes? Oh, time out. Everybody, we're going to take a little nap. We'll be back in the morning. We'll get this thing done. And then in the middle of the night, you wake up in the morning, and lo and behold, a blue trickle that kept trickling. And here we are 4 or 5 days later, and oh my goodness, President-elect Biden. Well, mainstream media, they don't call this. CNN, they don't call this. And Fox News, you don't call this. So here we go. Here's what's next. Here's what we have to do. We have to make sure that everyone knows we don't accept this railroad. We don't accept this theft. This was stolen. And what we must do is continue to say that we are not only fighting against the railroad, but we also are battling a little bit of team.
Done anything for the party. He's a part of the scam. He's a part of the scam.
As long as we are showing up, as long as we are in, I drove up there and saw all these people, and then I knew that this is real. Because we will never, ever accept what has happened to this nation and what has happened to our president.
He's part of the scam. He's advertising.
I get it on good authority that the local media is not. I got it on good authority that we are pretty much on our own. But for the last 4 years, President Trump has gone to the wall for we the people. Now it is time for us to go to the wall. Trump 2020! Trump 2020! We pray that God will continue to bless this country. Understand that it is the republic that is at stake. We want to keep this republic. We want to keep this for our kids. Don't get mistaken. Don't screw it up. As much as this is for Trump, this is for us. Thank you very much.
No. You are gaslit. You don't take it. They give it to you. They give it to you. Give it to you. Let him speak. I'm telling you, stop pushing me. Let him speak. Stop it. Let him speak. It is not our show. It's our show, bro. It's our show. It's our show. This is our show. No. Let him speak. Freedom of speech. Trying to take the mic. That's fine. And put your hand on anyone.
That's not helping when we fight amongst ourselves. Doesn't help when we fight amongst ourselves. Let me go first.
Go first. Wait, where is the mic? Where's the mic? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, all right, everybody, listen up.
Listen up.
Calm down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I got involved is because they want to try to create the illusion that we are not united. Okay? Listen up. Stop. Can I get the mic? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the opportunity to take back our nation. We have the opportunity to take back our state and world by ending human and child trafficking here in Arizona. We end it all over the globe, you guys. We end human and child trafficking all over the globe because Arizona is #1 in the nation and #2 in the entire world when it comes to child and human trafficking. If we end it here and now, we end it all over the world, baby.
We're all here. We all want to hear our voice. Everybody just needs to get a hug. That's it. Everybody just needs to hug each other.
Well, people need to stop.
Hey guys, just relax just a little bit out there. Hey, I think there's a lot of jargon going on. We're going to give the mic to somebody else here, please. But I think in the end, there's a lot of things that are being said, and they sound great, but it sounds like propaganda. And I think Arizona needs a new election. Who else is with me on that? Crowd. I think Arizona and this entire country deserves an entire recount in the state of Arizona, and we need a new election. I'm going to announce somebody else here who has had.
So much for the staff. Sounds great, but it won't happen.
Who wants a new election out there, guys? New election. New election! New election! New election! New election!
I will give Daniel the mic. I'm a friend of Daniel McCarthy. I will give him the mic in a moment.
Sorry,
ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I got involved, the reason why I stood up and said, hey, stop the infighting, is because the media wants to create the illusion that we are divided. When united, we stand! All throughout this land! Now, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I have to say is this before I hand over the mic, and this will take less than 2 minutes. Q is the highest levels of the military establishment from within so they can create a new world order, one world government. Now, this new world order, one world government doesn't have the Constitution in it. It certainly doesn't have America. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the opportunity not only to take Arizona, we have the opportunity to take back the whole country and end child and human trafficking. That we are seeing the blackmail, that we are seeing all of this corruption. It is because of the slave trade. There are more children and citizens enslaved right now all over the globe than there ever has been in history. If we take it, we have the corruption here. We have
I'll step away for a second because it's getting super crowded in there. Got the helicopter circling up there.
I was back there, we were smoking, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I know.
Alright guys, I haven't been able to get into the chat. I'm gonna start reading some of this chat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, guys? Is this fraud? Voter fraud? Is this can America get robbed? Is if I recall 4 years ago, actually 8 years ago now, I think a lot of these people were saying the same thing when Obama won. Some of these people were telling the people from Hillary Clinton's camp, you know, hey, get over it, we won, get over it. So, you know, here we are 4 years later, you know, and again, some of the same people go, you know, saying the same exact opposite. I'm not for Trump, I'm not for Biden. Just trying to cover this story. As you guys can see, there's a lot of people here united. Flames 92. I do understand their side as well, too. John Smith. Oh yeah. I get it though. I understand, you know, if there are there's a lot of little discrepancies where some of the states were all one-sided and all of a sudden overnight they go the other way. So there's a lot of little things. There's I know my wife was telling me, I think she found this odd that she had to vote with the Sharpie. And again, if that's the thing where the machine's not reading it, so do those votes really count? You know. And look at this assistant. I gotta get me one of those. Just carrying all the equipment for the camera guy. I need to find me some water, guys. Some water.
Because the tombstones of Arlington, the names that are on the Vietnam Memorial, that's what's at stake here. We don't want their cause to be in vain. This is 1776. But I would like a full election in the 7 states that went quiet on Wednesday from 2 a.m. But guys, we have to stand up. God is with us. President's choice with us. And I've always said, House and Senate, Republicans are fighting for patriots and tyrants. And I'm not excited violence. What I am excited is action and conviction. And that action and conviction takes every one of us standing up, hating it. They made so much money that they didn't carry it. That's fine. We gotta be out here.
Some of these no one out here. God damn.
We know our to be in this district that are forward.
At least marijuana got legalized in actually in many states this election. I'm gonna quit this while I'm still ahead. It's getting a little too crowded. No more years. Before I cut, guys, check this out. It's cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut this. This was live coverage from the Capitol here in Phoenix. I heard these types of rallies are going on across the U.S. right now. In every capital, in every state, they were all scheduled for noon. I heard Facebook took some of these off because they were calling for violence. Obviously, there's no There didn't seem to be any violence, just a couple of heated up people. But thank you guys for coming out with me, and just gotta get it, guys. Appreciate you guys. Everybody stay blessed. Arizona.